Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. There's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds coffee. Coffee to die for and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
It's Tuesday night. Time for another live Wicked Horror Show. I'm Kevin, and as always, I'm joined by Tony has 9 fingers.
What is going on, people?
And we're joined again by Angel from That Strange Show.
What is up, his people?
Yeah, what is that? So yeah, we don't have any special guests this week.
Hey.
Well, nothing more special than Angel,
Thank you, I
who's the
appreciate that.
specialist of guests.
Specialist.
Yeah. So Sergio's already saying hi. What's going on?
What up, Sergio?
Yeah, life is pain. Oh, thank God. I thought I was late. Hello from Scotland, UK. That's pretty awesome.
What up, Scotland?
Yeah.
There's
So
a couple people from TikTok that said they would join. And so.
nice.
We're getting that. The influencer.
Yeah.
Viewership.
So
I love it.
Just a heads up, we have a pretty cool guest next week that we will bring up at some point during the show. Maybe I don't know, maybe like midway. I don't know. We don't want to be like, watch to the very end, because that's just messed up.
Yeah, we'll find out right at the end.
Yeah. Be like, oh yeah, by the way, it's this person. Yeah. All right, thanks. So yeah, we're just gonna talk some horror news and just stuff that we've seen and all that hullabaloo. Yeah, so let's go around the horn. Tony, have you seen anything pretty cool recently, or anything that you think that other people would want to check out?
Recently, we had besides the guest that we had on the week before with Final Summer, which I think was one of the better ones that I've seen.
Yeah.
And when it does come out, I think everybody will dig it. There's a movie called I told you about it last week. It just and literally
You're
was in
expecting
my
me to
mind.
remember something? Oh, come on.
Very true. It's the one where they're like influencers.
Oh yeah.
And they went to the one guy who's like a famous YouTuber now, and I went to his house, and it's all like demon. I can't even think of the name now.
Bodies.
No, it was
You already saw it though?
TikTok.
yeah, I saw it. Hold
TikTok
on.
till you're dead.
No, it just I had
Twerk
it,
to death?
and then-
Is that it?
and
Twerk
then-
to death?
Twerk to death.
Do it for the
Speak-
gram. Do it for the gram.
Talk in between yourselves, and I'll
Okay.
get it in like 2
I'm going
seconds.
to talk in between you. So Angel, I don't want to bring up too much about it, but I did watch Knock on the Cabin.
Yes, that's on
yesterday.
the docket.
Yeah.
What'd you think, my friend?
I enjoyed it way more than I thought I was going to. And our friend Ryan, who's part of That Strange Show with us,
Shout out.
yeah, he had said like, "Oh, the best twist is there's no twist," and I was legit. I thought he was messing around, and it's a straight ahead movie. So because it's a Shyamalan joint, and
Mean Spirited is the
Mean-Spirited.
movie I was thinking of.
okay,
Oh yeah.
That one was very fun. And then I was just before we went on live. So this is another reason why everyone should watch us live, because I will be holding up a movie right now. And if you're listening only, you have no idea what.
don't
it
even
is
say what
or
it's called.
it
Just
looks
look at
like.
it.
Yeah, don't even. I like that. It looks good.
Looks
I
like a
wish-
carousel horse.
Yeah, it looks like
hell.
Yeah, if you could see it, people.
Oh man, if you could see it, it'd be
Wow.
something.
I mean, read.
Oh,
Let me
man.
read 10 more terrifying tales from.
It's a tongue
Yeah,
twister. Your darkest
sorry.
nightmares.
Yeah. Hashtag better horror.
I just want to point
So-
out how Massachusetts I said nightmares.
Nightmares.
Like the darkest, deepest nightmares, dude.
Hey, nobody messes with the nightmares. See.
Yeah,
But
I-
it's from Horror Pack, and
Mm-hmm.
last year they did the same thing. Like at the end of the year, there's a film festival that they have, and then they put 10 different shorts. Nice, Tony.
Sergio's.
Thank you very much, Sergio. I appreciate it. A
Wow.
horror pack movie, yes. So for
Yes.
those of you, this is just a shameless plug. But if you're looking to grow a horror movie collection or
Hey.
start a horror movie collection,
Mm.
go to horrorpack.com where you can get 4
Hey.
Blu-rays or 4 DVDs or both,
Ooh.
and you can start a collection. But the only reason I continue to get horror pack is because of the monthly. They do a horror pack exclusive, which they are now up to 80. So I've been doing this for 80 plus weeks. I've had a
Jesus.
horror pack, so I didn't
80,
realize how
80
long
plus
it was.
weeks or 80 plus months?
Months, 80
I was
plus
going to
months.
say,
But
I think
but
you've been doing it longer than that.
no, 80 plus months. Plus, they started their exclusive like a couple months into it.
Mhm.
So it's been a while. I've been part of Horror Pack.
Yeah,
The only
yeah.
thing is that they put out some stuff that being already collecting movies.
You already have.
I have some of them. So if you're looking to start a collection, if you're looking to grow a collection, it's probably the
Yeah.
best way to do it.
I did it for a little bit when it first started, and then I was just like, I can't just keep doing this. Like, I have no room. So, like, you have a bunch of movies. I have some movies too. I mean, you have way more movies than I do, but I have all this
Mm.
other shit too.
Yeah.
You know, I guess my house is full of shit.
Well, shit
But
happens.
so Sergio, you would probably like Knock at the Cabin or Knock on the Cabin, whichever it is. You would probably like it because it's starring one Dave Batista, and I know you're a wrestling man. And he was great in it. He was really good. And how did you like?
Universe Man. Do-do-do-do-do.
How do you like Starry? Yeah. How do you like Starry Chaos Mania?
I don't know what
one
that
and only
means.
Mr. How do you like?
Well, I'm sure it was a typo. If you could clarify. But yeah, there was a few things I wanted to bring up. There's a bunch of new movies that are streaming. There's a bunch of movies that are coming to the theater. That some of them look pretty interesting. Some of them, I think, Gravitas Ventures is putting out a movie that's going to be in theaters for like a little bit, and then it's going to
That's
be streaming.
interesting because they don't. Usually they're just like the physical release
Yeah,
for most of the
that's why I was like,
movies.
Gravitas Ventures, like it said streaming.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're gonna
Maybe
they're dabbling their toe in that. Maybe there'll be a Gravitas
Mm-hmm.
Ventures streaming service.
But at
You
that
know,
point in
I
time,
think there is.
they do put out some good the first Don't Fuck in the Woods came out off of
language.
Gravitas Ventures. Don't Ever in the Woods.
Oh,
F.
For all
Fornicate.
our young listeners or viewers. Or both.
Hey.
What is it? Gravitas Ventures. You talking about streaming? Because I think they already have a streaming app.
Possibly.
Yeah, I think I downloaded it a while.
I wish there was one that just was like everything. Like you know what I mean? Like, because it's like I love tacky trauma stuff, so I wish that there was like, another service that also had all the Trauma Now stuff on it, like without having to pay like all of that price.
So like a boutique streaming service. So it's like
Yeah.
a mix of Trauma and Gravitas Ventures, and like Wild Eye is another one that is that, or Asylum, Full Moon, kind of all put into one kind
I
of
think
deal.
Full Moon has their own as well.
Full Moon has their own, but so does Trauma.
I felt Trauma Now. I felt bad because I signed up for the Full Moon one just to get some free DVDs or Blu-rays at the convention.
Yeah.
Charles Band is like, just sign up for it. Show me your email that you got the confirmation and pick three Blu-rays. And I was like, all right, cool. And as soon as I got home, I watched what I wanted to watch, and I canceled that.
To go back to the Gravitas, yeah, you could get the app. You got to sign up for it, or you can do Apple TV through Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV, Android, and also Xfinity / Comcast.
But yeah, there's a bunch out there. I think Anthony Thurber, subscribes to a bunch of the little boutique-y ones. But no, it would be cool. I mean, Shudder, obviously, he's got some dope stuff, and there's actually some stuff on the list here that's going to be hitting Shudder. Just wanted, I don't know if you guys had any chance to check out the links that I sent you beforehand with the trailers.
Yeah, I did.
I didn't see
Right.
the trailer. I saw the one that we will be talking about a little bit later on,
Oh, okay.
halfway through the show.
Okay. So there's a movie called Wolf Garden. It's on demand now. Elevated horror picture in the tradition of It Follows. So
Oh,
it's
your favorite.
well, I mean, whatever. I didn't like It Follows. It doesn't mean I won't like this movie. This It Follows was blown out of proportion. It was a
It's
little
the
too
best movie of 2010 or whenever it came out.
it was too big for its britches, and people were like, "No, that guy,
I don't get. I don't
stop
get it.
making movies. Stop making movies.
Mm.
You don't need to make any more. This is perfect." So yeah, Wolf Garden, it's like a werewolfy kind of that's why I was like, oh, hopefully Wolfie checks it out, but it didn't really show much. You heard wolves in the trailer, but it didn't show anything. It looks interesting. But yeah, that's streaming now.
What's this? What's this spoonful of sugar one?
Oh, that's actually Gravitas Ventures. That's the one that's Gravitas Ventures.
Oh.
So I was wrong. It didn't have any theatrical at all, but it's streaming now on their website, and I'm sure it's going to get a physical release.
The one I see all over the place with Peyton List from Cobra Kai. I see her promoting a horror movie, and I can't think of the name. It's on I think I saw it on Facebook and TikTok at one point.
Wait, hold on. What's the person's name?
Peyton List.
A10. This is a great podcasting right here.
Oh, whatever. Whatever. You can watch us search if you'd
I'm
like.
searching. I'm on the internet right now, guys.
I'm going to continue.
List.
Oh, all right. Go ahead if you think you got it, because if not, I want to go on to the next one because this one looks crazy.
The Boogie Woman?
No, the Spoonful of Sugar. Oh, that's the one I was going to bring up. Boogie Woman. Is that the one you're talking about, Tony?
Sounds familiar.
Okay, that's the
but I
only
wasn't
one.
100%.
Oh, the Friendship Game.
I think
Moving on. Moving.
Anyway.
Moving. Paying List is in a horror movie, guys.
Pretty dope.
So if you're a fan of Cobra Kai,
I've never watched it.
I love it.
My kids watched it.
Yeah. So Shudder's next original horror movie is called Spoonful of Sugar, and it's described as a cinematic LSD trip directed by Mercedes Bryce Morgan and coming exclusively to Shudder on Thursday, March 2nd.
It's a couple of days from now.
Yeah.
2 days.
So it's like this woman who's like kind of like a nanny, like she's helping like take care of kids, and parents are busy, whatever.
So and Mary Poppins on LSD.
But she's like, it looks like she's spiking the son and the husband's like stuff with LSD, and they're like all going towards her kind of deal. And it's it looks pretty innocent, and then it's not. Like there's a scene where she's like banging the husband on the front lawn and stuff like that. I was like, what is up? I'm watching this on the big screen.
LSD, baby.
Woo-woo. So yeah, that comes out in a couple days. Well, if you're listening to this, it's already out. You missed it.
Yeah, so it says a disturbed babysitter experiences a sexual awakening while using LSD to alternatively treat a seemingly sick child from a family with dark secrets of their own.
Sounds interesting. The trailer looks good too.
Yeah, I'm watching the trailer right now.
So that's the one thing where when it said LSD, because I don't like. There's one movie, I think it's called like Climax or something. It had that that one scene in Requiem for a Dream where everybody's going nuts on drugs. That was like climax of the movie.
That one? That part?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was one of the scenes. But it was like that on a tenfold scale where like half the movie. So that I
it doesn't look
never
like,
really got
to
into.
Me, yeah, to me it doesn't. It looks like they're just seeing hallucinations and stuff like that. Like there's one scene in the trailer where there's like an apple that's got bites in it, and it's just all being weird.
Yeah, but like did they even fuck on the front lawn?
Who knows?
It could be a figment.
There's only one way to know, and that's by watching it in a couple of days. Or if you're listening, we already watched it.
Yeah,
whatever.
It's already out.
That being said, I appreciate the listeners as well. Then there's another movie called The Park, which is described as what was it? Lord of the Flies in an amusement park.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
The film was shot at the long abandoned Six Flags New Orleans.
Oh, snap.
You
It's
got me with Lord of the Flies.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
for really. Like I was gonna skip right past it, and I was like, "Oh, Lord of the Flies in an amusement park. That does sound interesting."
All right.
Um,
So
it's getting
what's
released March 2nd. Film was shot in
again?
Illinois. What happened?
2 movies on the
2
same
movies
day.
back to back.
But what is
But
this
I
going to
gotta
be
watch
on
it.
though?
This is gonna be it says it's being released from XYZ Films.
They do a lot of really good stuff.
Yeah, they do actually.
I think didn't they do the Summer of '84?
They did. So it says the park tells the story of a mysterious virus that starts killing all the adults, leaving society to be governed by children living on borrowed time. After the adult population is wiped out, rival kids battle for control of an abandoned theme park. Danger lurks around every corner, and they must do whatever it takes to survive their hellish Neverland.
That's a voice right there.
That sounds very interesting. Though.
It does.
I'm
Yeah,
very
I
intrigued.
agree. I agree. It
Does
sounds
it
really
say
cool.
where it's streaming
It doesn't.
or playing? Or
I don't think it does.
No, it doesn't.
I'm probably lying.
Let me see the park. I'm on the internet again, guys. I'm on the internet.
Mimi, I'm on the
Yay.
internet.
The park movie.
The park movie.
Dystopian coming of age.
Ken Park.
Ken Park?
You ever see Ken Park?
I don't know. Maybe it sounds familiar.
By Larry Clark, who did the same, who did Kids,
Oh yeah.
part of Gummo and stuff.
Yeah, you smell like a bucket of.
My favorite, I think it's in Kids, where he's just like the guy on the subway. He's like, "I have no legs. I have no legs.
I have no legs.
I have no legs." Yeah, it's just like, oh, he's so...
Wait, that wasn't from Trading Places?
No,
For
that
Eddie
was
Murphy?
no.
That was from Kids.
Yeah. Well, he also did that, and then he
I
called
have
him
no
out on
legs.
being a scammer.
I conflated all that.
I have no legs.
I
That's
have
right.
no legs.
I have no legs.
Any info on the pack? Wicked pack?
I'm looking here. I'm looking here from the it's a nightmare. Nope, it just says
well,
park.
we'll I'll see if I
Park.
can find it when it comes out, and then I'll share that, because I want to watch it first.
I do want to watch that.
Yeah, that'll be something cool to talk about on that Strange Show as well.
Oh,
I'm just saying. And then there's another one from IFC Films, which means it most likely will end up on Shudder, right?
Yeah, IFC.
Either that or released by Scream Factory.
Yeah. It's the name of it.
Consecration.
Nice.
Yeah, Consecration. In Consecration, you're the doctor.
This one comes out March 3rd.
Oh, March
breaking
3rd.
the mold.
Well, the good thing is we can watch the other two in one night, and then we go back to this one. So this is
this one's got some good people in it.
Yeah, it does. That's again, it's like a nun like convent and stuff like that, which is usually not my jam. But then when I saw the people that are in it, I was like, oh, that's
Scout Taylor Compton in it, because usually she's in a bunch of IFC movies.
No, Jenna Malone from The Ruins.
And from other stuff.
Yeah, but yeah, they don't mention everything. Danny Hudson from 30 Days of Night and American Horror Story, and Janet Sussman for Star. They don't say what she's in.
She's just a star.
Yeah, obviously. After a suspicious death of her brother, a priest, Grace goes on the Mount something Covent in Scotland.
Mount Savior.
Sure. Covent in Scotland. Scotland. I'm just saying.
Scotland. Shout out to Scotland.
He's not watching anymore, I don't think. To find out what really happened when she uncovers murder, sacrilege, and disturbing truth about her own past.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it looked interesting. The trailer looks good. Again, it's not usually my cup of tea, because I don't drink coffee anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm getting all this from Bloody Disgusting.
Hey, shout out to Bloody.
Yeah, Bloody Disgusting is pretty awesome. I love me some Bloody Disgusting.
The Instagram is fucking bumping.
Boom, boom, boom. Oh, geez. A bunch of stuff just popped into the chat. It's weird.
Oh, tell me more.
Yeah, no, it's I've never seen that movie. How do you like? Let me see. Do you have Shudder? Yes, Life is Pain. I think we all have Shudder, right?
Yeah, I do.
No, I got rid of it.
Oh, you did?
I got rid
Oh,
of a
man.
lot of streaming
I
services.
love
Streaming
Shudder.
service. Yeah, I watched that almost as much as I watch Netflix.
Sergio's asking if I saw the new Avatar in 3D. I've never seen the original Avatar.
Ooh.
I've never cared for it. I never wanted.
Never
Yeah,
saw it.
Wolfie. Where's Wolfie tonight? I don't know. I think yeah. I don't know. I thought he was coming on. He read all the messages, so he
Wolfie, where are you, Wolfie?
must be just tied up in something. And
Oh.
Life is Pain is like, I'm here. I heard Scotland. Yes. So yeah, the what's that movie called? The Consecration. Yeah, that's takes place in Scotland. And this is the one that I thought, and this one is having an 18-day theatrical run, and then it's going to be going to streaming services, and that is the new Children of the Corn.
So what is this number like 11?
I think it's like a reboot.
It is the 11th overall.
Yeah, but I think it's they're looking at it as a reboot, and I watched the trailer and it did look really good.
But this would be
it's coming to Netflix
because they had one on the Sci-Fi Channel, which I believe is a reboot of the original.
Yeah,
so I guess is another reboot of a reboot or something.
Bro,
yeah,
everything's the reboot.
Life is Pain saying that he has Shudder and he uses it as much as he uses Netflix. It depends on the time of year. Sometimes I use it more than Netflix. Netflix has got some pretty awesome shows on it, so I've been, checking
shows
out.
and documentaries is really the only reason I use Netflix, just because of that. Because people are like,
don't get me wrong, there's some good movies too. I mean, obviously there's some good movies, like some Netflix originals, but yeah, the shows and the documentary, I agree, the documentaries are awesome on there.
Yeah, I watch.
I get lost in them a lot.
I'm watching The Walking Dead currently on Netflix.
Yeah, he started over on The Walking Dead. He was at season 6.
Chill, bro. Did you see Tony just laughed in my face?
I'm on fire. I'm wearing a cardigan because I'm an elderly gentleman and I am on fire.
Oh, take it off, buddy. Let me see. For all the viewers, all the listeners. Yeah, you can't.
I forgot to.
Oh, he's not even wearing a shirt underneath that.
I forgot to cover my tits. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, look at all those muscles.
Yeah, muscles. Okay, that's
all the muscles.
Look at all those muscles. Yeah,
little red pepper, a little onion.
Oh, Life is Pain is asking if we've seen All Quiet on the Western Front. I haven't.
No.
I have it. I just haven't watched it.
Do you recommend?
It's pretty long, right?
Yeah, it's a long one.
Tony, we can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
I can't hear Tony.
I can't hear Angel either.
Uh-oh.
Weird.
Did you take off your sweatshirt?
Did you unplug your headphones?
You guys hear me?
Yes.
You guys want to jump out and come back in?
I don't think that's the issue. Did you check?
I can't hear you, so no.
Hold on.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Sorry about that, everyone. Doodly doot. That all just happened at the same time. I wonder, maybe because of all those comments that just popped up at the same time, maybe there was like a little glitch or something with StreamYard. I didn't unplug my headphones. I now just did. I'm going to plug them back in.
Oh, interesting.
They're plugged back in.
Can you hear us now?
Can you hear us?
No.
All right. So are we starting over?
You guys jump back in. I'm going to continue.
Okay, bye.
So that way it's not just silence. Sorry, everyone. Technical difficulties. And so yeah, Children of the Corn. It looked pretty good. I have doodly doot. Yeah, the trailer's out there. It's a coming to Netflix or watch on YouTube. It says that's weird. Tony,
can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Angel,
I hope we got something going.
I'm gonna jump out and jump back in. If
all
you
got,
right.
Yeah, we got that. I can hear Angel.
Yeah, in the comments, and I'll see that. But I'm gonna jump out and come back in. Be right back.
All right, cool. So, like we were talking about, Tony, Children of the Corn, number 11th installment, the franchise, right?
Yeah.
So you were saying 2 years ago, about 4 years ago.
Was it 4 years ago?
Children of the Corn Runaway.
I thought that was like a made for sci-fi movie.
Still can't hear you.
It was made for sci-fi. So
that's weird.
Yeah.
But this one it says
this may be a shorter show, guys. I don't know what's going on. I don't want to end the stream because we can't get back into it. But yeah, if that's the case, let me just, because I can hear my own microphone. Let me just try to play a video. Let me see. Settings. Audio. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you
That's
guys.
weird. I can hear.
Tony's messaging me. Check your buttons. You have to refresh your computer. If I refresh my computer, I think it kicks everyone off.
Does it? If you leave? Because you left. So if you left, it's a web browser.
I can't hear you.
Oh my God.
You might have to.
If you leave.
Anyone that's watching, anyone that's watching, can you hear them or can you only hear me? Sergio, I'm talking to you.
Technical difficulties.
I don't know what you guys are saying. I'm assuming it's all bad.
No, we're talking great about you. You know
all right,
how to...
I'm going to leave and I'm going to come back. And then it's because it's all web-based. I'll be back.
Yeah, so he's going to refresh his stuff. And then me and you...
It should work because he left before. So if he leaves, it would have kicked us all out.
Yeah.
But yeah, with the sci-fi one, wasn't that like a direct reboot of
it was the runaway aspect, but this one says
they had the 666 one, right?
Yeah. But this one, it says Kurt Weimer, he says it's going to have very little to do with King's novel, which is possessed. It says possessed by a spirit in a dying cornfield. A 12-year-old girl in Nebraska recruits the other children in her small town to go on a bloody rampage and kill all the adults and anyone else who opposes her. A bright high schooler who won't go along with the plans is the town's only hope for survival. But then I saw someone saying that this might show us He Who Walks Behind the Rose.
Interesting.
So
because you never. Well, I mean, I don't remember. Did Urban Harvest have it?
No, I don't remember ever. But the thing is, I've seen so many of these, I don't know which one is which. If that makes any sense.
Because I remember the one point in time that I think I liked the Urban Harvest one the most. Is because at one point in time, like the corn actually came to life, and I thought you saw something, but I guess you never really did, which would finally be interesting. Because I mean, all you ever heard was He Who Walks Behind the Rose, and he possessed. He wants you to, Malachi.
Yeah.
He wants you to.
But so if you don't recognize Kurt Weimer, he's the director of films including Equilibrium and Ultraviolet with Mila Jovovich. Children of the Corn is his first movie since 2006, though, with his most recent work was writing films on Law-Abiding Citizen, Salt, the Total Recall remake, the Point Break remake, and then as well as the 2020 horror movie Spell.
Haven't seen Spell. No. And out of the other 4, Law-Abiding Citizen was awesome.
I've seen them all.
The other ones were...
Salt was A-okay. Total Recall was what it was. And then Point Break, I did not watch because that doesn't exist for me. Only the original.
Yeah, I didn't like either reboot. And then Salt was, like I said, okay. But I loved Law-Abiding Citizen.
Law-Abiding Citizen was... that was a fucking
I'll be right
movie.
back.
That movie was awesome. Hi.
Still not working? I guess it wasn't working.
I guess it wasn't working. All right, so check that out. That's coming March 3rd, this Friday, depending on when you're listening. It's already out. So go check that out. And you might have already missed the 18-day theatrical run. But if you catch it from March 3rd till 18 days after that, you should watch it in the theaters. Otherwise, it's probably going to come out in like Prime or whatever. It's from RLJ Films.
Actually, I should talk to...
I got it.
What was it?
I have no idea.
You pressed the button.
No, I didn't. What I did is I unplugged my headphones from my whatchamacallit, and I put directly into like the
Ooh.
out of my speakers. So now
All
I can
right.
hear my microphone,
Yeah.
but that um I
Hi.
can and you. Oh, sorry, Life is Pain. It's a weird now. But that being said, it's you know where we're at. Or
Halfway through the
yeah,
Halfway
pretty
show.
through.
much.
We just finished. We just wrapped up on Children of the Corn, man.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were talking
What-
about it for a little
Well, I'll
bit.
have to go back and listen because I couldn't see it because I was restarting. I just want to
Yeah,
pull up
and
those links again.
then you got the final one here, which Terra Films, familiar with Terra Films. We got The Burial.
Mhm.
Comes out BOD this Friday, March 3rd. Michael Escalante directed the film. It stars Faith Kearns, Vernon Taylor, and Spencer Weitzel.
Children of
Says
the Corn
in-
2, The Final Sacrifice was amazing.
There you go.
The first like 4 or ish were good.
Mm.
Then they just got like any series, it just kind of loses its ground. But I
Yeah.
think every other one was directed by a different director too, so each one had its own like feel to it.
Yeah.
But with the Children of the Corn, I think it was 3, the Urban Harvest, for me, is my favorite just because it has one kill that I remember for its time. I was like, that's ridiculous. Where the corn like tied the one guy up and it wrapped around his head and he like pulled his spine out his back. So not out
Yeah.
of his back, but
I
he pulled his
have
head
to
up with the spine.
I have to refresh my Children of the Corn
Knowledge.
ways. Yeah.
Mm.
I know I haven't seen all of them, and it's been a very long time since I've seen any of them. But
Yeah.
so just before we get into one other thing, I just want to point out that there's I need new audio. Thanks, Serge.
Kevin, you need new. Yes, Kevin, you do need new audio,
My
bro.
microphone sounds great.
No, you need new audio though.
Well, Sergio, you can buy it for me if you want. I'm down for that. I'm down
Yeah.
for that.
It's his birthday, Sergio.
No, it's not. Don't let him lie to you. Just real quick though, I didn't know that there was a unrated version of Megan that came out.
Yeah, I heard that.
I saw Megan in the theater and I liked it. I mean, it was fun. It's PG-13, so it was a lot of implied.
It was PG-13 in the theaters.
Yeah. And now it's unrated. And my friend Mike actually said that it was awesome. Like he said it was really good, unrated. He said it was really good, PG-13. I liked it. I will give it another shot though.
Why not put it out in all its glory to begin with?
I think because of what she looked like, and it just try to get some more teenagers in there to get the eyes on it. And now that they've already seen it, they're like, either I don't care or I'm just gonna whatever.
Okay.
And then I wanted to bring up the M. Night movie, Knock at the Cabin, which we already talked about a little bit. And again, Sergio, I think you would really dig it if you like Dave Bautista. But yeah, it was really good. It also got Ron Weasley in it, the kid who played Ron Weasley.
Rupert
You know what's
Grint?
weird? He's his character is from Mass, so he tries to have a bad Boston accent.
Come on.
It's like, I'm from Medford, and I'm like, okay.
Welcome to
Weasley.
your nightmares,
Dude. But yeah, so that's available for $19.99 digitally. You can purchase the film for $24.99. Yeah, and it made 47.9 million worldwide in theaters in the past several weeks.
Megan's?
No. This is Knock at the Cabin.
Oh, Knock at the Cabin.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm glad because M. Night has been getting he did all right with Old. I thought Old was pretty good.
I liked Old.
I liked it a lot. I thought that he kept pushing. It's like, oh, you like that ending? Here's another ending I wrote. Oh, did you like that ending? Here's the third ending I wrote. And then it was like, okay, stop. And then he stopped.
So Life is Pain is bringing up something it's a good point. He said, I might watch Megan, but I feel from the trailer, it was very TikTok dance and not much horror. It's not, I mean, there is some of that because it's a kid that's
yeah. Tony, tell me about TikTok culture. How does that work and like horror.
The only thing that gets you popular is like doing dumb dances and whatever. I
Well,
do
that's
it
not
because I
true.
love
That's
movies.
not true. You're popular and you don't do dumb dances.
But he does though.
Oh,
No,
that's
just
true.
kidding.
All the time I do. I twerking all the time. No, but like the main stars are just people that
Yeah.
do like dumb faces or dumb dances. Like those are like
Yeah.
Those aren't the ones I watch.
Top
I mean,
No.
echelon of.
they're not in my wheelhouse. I can tell you that.
Well,
There's a few. I get what Tony's saying, but there's like a few people I follow for like cinematography stuff and like some of the comedian stuff and comedy
bunch of
stuff.
that.
That's pretty fucking cool.
That's mostly
and
what I
funny.
follow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for the nothing like it. That
Oh,
I follow
dude,
too.
I tried to look that up.
Yeah.
I did, and I was just like, I couldn't tell if like
nothing like a ham sandwich.
I
Nothing
couldn't
like
tell
it.
if like she just like leaned into like
No.
the
I've seen videos.
like,
I've
this
I've
is
seen
how this
videos of
person is.
her where she's not doing nothing like it, and she's gonna start a new series on TikTok that's nothing to do with nothing like it, but it's gonna be a
everything like it.
no, it's gonna be like a she's gonna play with dolls basically is what it is. So yeah, good luck to her. But she's found success. She was charging people like $5-10 to do a nothing like
well,
it.
that's what I'm saying. Like I just didn't know. I don't know. I don't knock anybody's hustle ever. You do what you're gonna do. But yeah, no, I always thought that, because to a certain, because you're going through people's comments and stuff, a certain degree, like you're not people. You are the joke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's a lady that I follow just because it's ridiculous. She just is out in public with a friend and she just is constantly like farting in public.
That's terrible.
Yeah. But she also she does porn. But that recently they just found her on Your Mom's House. So the last episode with that Christina P was on, they played some of those videos and they were like, she's fantastic. I love her, because they're all about farts on that show. But yeah, I don't know. So Life is Pain. It's not all Tic Tac. Yeah, it's Tic Tac. He's saying public farting, LOL. Correct. So Life is Pain. It's not all TikTok dancing. I mean, she's very like almost like gymnasty based because you have to figure like the Boston Dynamics robots and stuff like that, how like they're very smooth and like it's kind of like a play on that. Oh yeah.
They're like, hey lady, how are you?
Yeah, they're very but you can try to kick them and they won't fall down.
That's definitely a Bostonian.
Did you ever did you speaking of something that never fall? I remember years ago they had it, I guess it was on YouTube, where it was the craziest looking thing where it was just like four legs with this like body.
Yeah.
And they would just try to kick it and it would just like
that's Boston Dynamics. That's Boston Dynamics.
Is it Boston Dynamics? It's just like
it was like, hey, wait, what the fuck, man?
That's
just a robot.
Too, where it was like a full body one, and it's a thing like carrying a box, and they like they knock the box out of its hand. It just bends over, picks it up, and just keeps going with it. And like it's crazy.
And there was one where they were beating it with sticks, and it was like,
yeah.
You remember that one that was like started a whole apocalypse and blew up the whole world and everything?
That's Megan. Yeah. Yeah, I thought the actress that played Megan actually did a pretty good job. I mean, it looks like a real person. I mean, there's some scenes where it's not a real person, but she's been doing cons and stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think she's gonna be at one of the either Monster Mania or New Jersey Horror Con.
Yeah, and I think she's a dancer. She's a professional dancer.
I think she did the rounds of like podcasts. I was thinking about doing it, but I think it's I guess in my own head maybe she's a little too big now just because Megan's hitting it. But I'll reach out.
Yeah. Speaking of things hitting it, have you guys heard about the movie Crust that's being worked on?
I have.
The sock monsters.
Yeah, it's the Hey, did you get to see the show? All right. Thanks, Serge. He's saying we're doing a good job and keep up the show. Thanks,
Thank
Serge.
you.
I appreciate it. So yeah, Crust. This is something that the actor Sean Whalen he had been talking about for a bit. It's something that he had written a while ago. He's actually directing it. It's going to be his directorial debut, which is odd to me because he's been in so much stuff. I figured he would have directed something by now. It's one of those things where, like, if he was at a con that I was at, without fail, when I'm getting ready in the morning in the hotel room, I put the TV on and he'd be in an episode of something that I'm watching.
Yeah.
So the last time I was watching it was Scrubs on Comedy Central, and it was literally an episode. He was in a couple episodes of Scrubs, but it was one that he was in. You know him from like The People Under the Stairs and Twister, and there's a bunch. He's been in It's Always Sunny. He was on
Yeah.
Superstore. They found his dead body in the wall years after he was on Superstore, which is great. They just announced that. Oh yeah. So they just announced that what's the actor? Alan Ruck
Yes.
from Secession. Wasn't he in Ferris Bueller's Day Off as well?
That's what I figured they would give him, but Secession is such a big show now that's
Yeah, I know him from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah,
He's Ferris's best friend, the one
And
who's
other-
always sick.
and a bunch of other shit too. But
Oh yeah, a ton of stuff. So yeah, they just announced he's going to be in the movie, and I guess he was in Twister with him. So Alan Ruck, Secession, Sean Whalen, The People Under the Stairs, amongst every other thing. He's been in so much stuff.
Isn't the Saska sisters associated with it?
I think they're associated with it. I think they're just supporting him. But Daniel Roebuck, who was just in the Munsters, and I first knew him as there was a made-for-TV like movie about like the wars between like David Letterman and Jay Leno, and he played Jay Leno in it. Daniel Roebuck. This is years ago. Rakiba Kenny, who was in Two Witches. Shantae Dolan, who was in Detroiters, which is awesome because Detroiters is a phenomenal show.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, it's the same dude who did I Think You Should Leave on Netflix.
Oh, really?
And, yeah. And that show's great. And Felissa Rose from Terrifier 2. Ricky Dean Logan from Back to the Future franchise.
That's what they gave him?
Yeah.
That's the credits?
Yeah.
All
and then a good friend of ours, Daniel John Kearney from Dark Circles, is also starring in Crust. And I believe that I think Daniel is also a producer on it.
Nice.
So this one sounds really cool. It's a weird one, like sock puppets and just puppets in general. Takes place in a laundromat. And so we have a lot of questions about this one. But the good thing is that that's our guest next week. Sean Whalen from People Under the Stairs, from all these other things, is going to be our guest next week. We've had him on before. He's a really good guy. And we're going to be talking about Crust. So if you're listening, too late. Or actually, if you're listening on a Tuesday when I upload this, the audio, you have to tune in for the live show on Tuesday night. Because
not tonight. If you're listening tonight, next Tuesday, it's tonight.
If you're listening next Tuesday morning, tune in tonight.
Yeah.
But if you're listening to it at like 6:59 p.m., you have an hour to get ready.
Well, it depends. It depends on where you live.
Yeah, it's right now. It's right now.
Yeah, it's right now o'clock. If you're listening to us right now, it ended 4 hours ago. So Life is Pain is saying he loved Terrifier 2. I love Terrifier 2 as well.
Terrifier 2 slaps for sure.
Yep. So Felissa was the teacher that was in it, like the one who was yelling at the kids when they were behind the dumpster. But she's also been in everything else.
Sleepaway Camp and Victor Crowley and a whole bunch of like independent stuff.
Yeah,
like,
she worked a lot with Adam Green.
Speaking of Felissa and Sean both worked in what is it, Ugly Sweater Party or something like that. It's a horror like a Christmas horror movie.
Yeah they're in a bunch of stuff, and
let's look into these comments here. So one of the comments, pair of for Crust, there's a pair of soiled underwear would work better. Okay. The plot of this movie sounds like a story that my mom recalled having written as a 10-year-old, inspired by Vincent Price movies.
That's not too shabby. But literally, just to point out, he mentioned this on the show the last time he was on the show, which was years ago.
Yeah.
And at that con that I saw him, and he was telling me about it then, and that was the last Scaricon. So that was a while ago as well.
Yeah, points for originality, I guess. I would have never thought to make a horror movie about a cub sock.
Yeah. Did you see someone posted Bueller with but Bueller. It's all like cub sock, yeah.
But I'm that's gonna be awesome, man.
Yeah. I'm super happy for him too.
And that's the thing.
Is it just Sean or is DJ coming on?
I'm not sure. Right now it's Sean, but Daniel John Kearney may come on. which is awesome because he's the one who hooked it up. Like I got a message from him last week asking if we were interested, and I'm like, "Yep." And then he got me in touch with his booker like today, and by the time I was on my lunch break, it was already booked. So yeah,
Boom.
Sean Whalen from Twister, Life is
Always
Pain.
ABC, bro. Always be closing, bro.
That's right. So I'm looking forward to it. He's a great dude, and if you're listening, have some cool questions ready. We're going to be talking about Crest a lot, but definitely he likes to talk to his fans. So if there's any questions you have about his previous work, about he was an acting coach
I was about
for
to say,
what was that dude's school?
I can't even think of it now.
He's got brothers that are also wicked famous actors.
He does?
James Franco. There's James Franco School.
Oh, that got shut down though.
I know that, but he was a teacher for them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not in that way. But yeah, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be fun. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, and then one other thing I wanted to bring up, because this also sounds like it would be a ton of fun. I'm sure it's not cheap, and I'm sure that I can't go because it's already sold out. Because I believe it was pretty close to being sold out when my wife told me about it a while ago. But Bruce Campbell is going to be touring this spring to 22 cities for something called Bruce-O-Rama Tour.
Yeah.
So Life is Pain saying he was born in 1996. So I did a thing where I watched a few movies from 1996, and Twister was very good.
Twister was very good. Sure.
And I just want to point out that I was already out of high school for a couple of years when you were born.
96, I started high school.
You son of a bitch. I graduated in 94.
Fresh.
Anyways, Bruce Campbell is going to be traveling, doing a game show. And it's right now it's only in the US. I'm sorry, Life is Pain. But it's going to be like a pop trivia, like movie trivia game show. And this is the thing is I would be like, Wolfie should do this. And like, it would just be uncomfortable and weird.
It would get everything right.
Who would be uncomfortable? Bruce Campbell or Wolfie?
Everyone else.
He doesn't even get the question out, and Wolfie's like, ding, 1984. Ding,
yeah.
Army of Darkness.
Don't even finish your question.
Yeah.
It's
what is my boomstick?
Saying Last Fan Standing is unique in that everyone who attends the event has a chance to get on stage and play. Campbell explains everyone who walks in that theater, one person is going to win, and no one knows it in advance. Everyone gets to play on their device. You get to vote. We haven't vetted anybody. We don't know the answers ourselves either. Everyone's involved. That's pretty awesome.
All right, let's see what these tickets are right here.
A lot. And one thing too is it's going to be coming in. What is it? Beverly, Mass?
Beverly.
Yeah. So after the game show, you're also going to be able to watch a movie with Bruce afterwards. And it was whatchamacallit? There's like 3 movies it could be. Evil Dead 2, just because Evil Dead 2 is more fun than Evil Dead 1. Army of Darkness or Bubba Hotep, which I think more people need to
watch. Bubba Hotep.
Get on some Bubba Hotep.
It's not as well known as.
Yeah, you want to get possessed and have the soul get sucked out of your asshole? Watch Bubba Hotep. You want to see JFK as a black man? Bubba Hotep.
Watch Bubba Hotep. All right, so they got some. Let's see. We got how many tickets we need? 2, 3,
4.
4 tickets. Okay. They're not available. Hold on. I'm fucking this up.
I just want to point this up as you're looking at that. Wolfie is that type of guy for sure. I loved last week when he was asking or telling the director about from Final Summer about music, and the director's like, I don't know. Like, which by the way, he commented after the director, and he just wanted to say that he loved the Deadly Grounds ad because it reminded him of the movie theater scene in American Werewolf in London.
But it was what do you want to call it? That one thing where Wolfie's like, "Oh, there was a poster on the wall or whatever, and it was a band from the 1940s. Like, did you do that on purpose?" And the guy's like,
"What?" Yeah.
But
So
Yeah.
I'm not bashing Wolfie. He's a good dude. He's very smart. But what are you gonna say, Angel? All
It's
sold out?
not looking good, bro.
No. All
No,
sold out.
because even in the article it says they might be already sold out, but they
Yeah.
might add some more dates to that particular city.
Hmm.
But don't get your hopes up. Bruce
It's weird
said
that it's going to
himself.
Beverly though, because that's it's not Boston, that's for sure. But
Yeah.
I guess it's not
I
too
kept
far out from Boston.
I kept clicking. I even said I'll take seats in like the
Nosebleeds.
bands.
nosebleeds.
Yeah, and it was like this.
Yeah. Yeah. So Life is Pain, I just want to share the story just because it's fun. So Wolfie, I call him an encyclopedia wearing a t-shirt. That's why he put underneath his name encyclopedia last week.
Uh,
And so I was moderating a bunch of panels at a horror convention. Some of them were very awesome, by the way. Elvira for one. And
shout out.
and that was before she came out too. So which was awesome. And her handler is awesome. And then it was awesome to find out that was her girlfriend. So I'm like, yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yep. So I was doing a trivia like thing where people could win like just stuff. We had people that were had booths and stuff, like donate things that people could win. It was pretty awesome. And I had Wolfie help me write the questions because he's an encyclopedia. And all of his questions were ridiculously hard to the point where there was one guy who knew everything. And everyone else was like, what are you talking about? And then I pointed out, I'm like, I guess some of the people that go to horror conventions are just like, I like Nightmare on Elm Street. Or they're like, Jason's got a mask. Like that's their
either that or like just
which horror icon has knives for fingers?
It was like a lot of like Italian horror, like asking like what movies from his like whatever are included in this series. And just feel like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, on the 1963 movie, The Devil Chased You Down the Dirt Road. Which
dirt road?
Yeah.
How many dirt roads were used in the filming of that movie? But he's a very smart dude.
I don't know.
He's a very smart dude. He's got a mind like a steel trap. I have a mind like a sieve. Like it's just not good.
No, I've seen him like even when people are like, "Oh yeah, I remember that," and it's like actually you weren't in that that year. It was blah blah blah, and they're like, "You're right."
And
I thought I was in that movie.
He just sits there and he's just got his like hands folded. He's like, "Oh, it's this." You're like,
I think
actually they use this car in that film. You are so wrong.
Yeah,
I think he got it wrong twice with a guest or whatever. We're like, no, and he's like, oh, but I thought it. I think only like once or twice.
Wolfie is the final boss.
Yeah,
that's what when Wolfie comes back on, instead of like where Angel has Strange Studios under his, he needs to put final boss on his. Yeah, that's pretty great.
It reminds me of like Ben Stein's money, when Wolfie's money.
Yeah.
Or something along those lines.
Will win Wolfie's collection.
Yeah.
So we're going to be wrapping up in a couple minutes, but one thing I don't think I talked about it too much on the show. But the Vinegar Syndrome store out in Connecticut.
Ooh.
I went to check that out with my friend Scott recently, and I've been meaning to go. It's in Connecticut, which is only like one state away, but it's 2 hours away from where I live.
What's the actual name of the brick and mortar? It's called the
Archive.
Right? Yeah.
And hey guys, what do you do at home?
I'm
not sure what you're asking, Serge. Yeah, I do a lot of things. Unfortunately, I work full time. I work full time from right here.
Yeah,
so I'm here all day.
Today I snowblowed a little bit. I made some pancakes after that as a reward, and then I took a nap.
Yeah, I worked. I shoveled the back porch so my dog could poop.
Ooh.
After work I had to cook meat for my dog because she's elderly and she only eats like ground chicken and rice.
Oh, that's good.
And and
so Chef Boyardee.
Sure. No, I just I had to do that. I pretty much did that. I ate dinner with my wife and then I came in here and now it's the show.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, I made some homemade chicken lo mein too. That was great.
Ooh. That sounds ridiculously good.
It was delicious.
Yeah. What Tony does is he sits there and talks about his collection behind him.
No.
Not on
Let's
Tuesday.
get to the real nitty gritty here. Tony came on earlier today, and I was like, "Who is that?"
Who's this
'Cause-
handsome gentleman?
Because he's growing out that hair and that beard, bro, and you looking distinguished. Yo, what's going on, brother?
Well,
By
that's the one thing with my job. We never were able like to grow any facial hair
Yeah,
unless
yeah.
you wanted a mustache, and
No
I didn't
one
want to
wants a
look like one of those
mustache.
like child abductors.
Hey,
So
buddy,
now
you know
with
you-
the whole pandemic, they're a little bit more lenient.
Mm.
So
They're like,
you
yeah,
go.
you could grow a beard so you don't go crazy. Have at it.
yeah. So by the summer, I'm demanding that you have a man bun.
I
No.
wouldn't go that far.
Come on,
No.
two of them on the side, like Princess Leia. Come on,
little
you got enough
cinnamon
hair on
buns?
that head. Look at that.
Nah, you're looking good, bro. I like it.
Yeah,
Keep
I
keep
like
up.
it too. Va 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 voom. Anyways, so the archive, they have the physical store in Connecticut. It's in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and they have another one in Colorado. So if you're
Yeah,
around
they're-
either of those places, but the thing is that it's pretty dope. So
Yeah,
it's
to see how they've grown over the last year, like few years.
Yeah.
From conventions and like doing the behind the scene type of stuff with like getting the old rolls and like saving films to growing into this huge fucking thing that they got going now.
the whole
Well,
boutique
the
life.
thing is that helps them is just their like packaging and like their look of their releases is,
Stellar.
I think, top notch. I think
Yeah,
it's
stellar.
better than like each boutique label has their own like
Yeah.
pluses for them. Like Screen Factory puts out the bigger titles.
Mm.
Arrow puts out, I think the Arrow and Criterion put out like the best
Mm.
special features, but
Yeah.
Vinegar Syndrome by far puts out like the best looking
Yeah.
like physical media, especially with the if you're lucky enough to get the slip covers, because I think most of them are limited.
Well,
Yeah,
I
they
can
are.
tell you right now, if you're ever in my area, Tony, and we go to the archive, everything on that shelf that was new had a slipcover on it.
That's awesome.
Everything. And then in the used section, they had some used Vinegar Syndrome stuff with slipcovers as well.
Do you, Tony? Do you have the frog comes to Helltown or Helltown, whatever it's
Yeah.
called?
He's like,
Look
doesn't
at
even have
that.
to look. He's just like, yep.
Look
got
at that fucking.
So it pops off like they have a like one or two of these where like each one is like
Now he
its
breaks it.
own special.
You're not in there
no.
good. You're not in there the right way, sir.
Shit.
Wrong hole. Sorry.
I
Because
broke it.
This is the only thing that ever has like just a little like
Yeah.
triangle type thing. But
Yeah,
it's
so
a
good.
dual disc one with Roddy Piper, and
Yeah.
then
I
they
have
like
that. I have that over there. I just didn't want to dig it out.
yeah,
But the Tammy and the T-Rex, the
sorry,
what's
Bless you.
that called? The
lenticular.
lenticular cover. That shit's sick. I have it over there.
But what I was gonna
there was-
say, one of the cool things about that looks cool even on the little screen here.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say is, if you ever get a chance to go there, it's not just their stuff, which I think is awesome. They have like a whole section of like American Arrow stuff. They have a whole section of rad. They have a whole section of like import Arrow stuff. They have a Trauma section. They have like they even had a Mill Creek section, which I thought was weird.
Wow.
But yeah.
But
Um,
do
That's
they
great.
have is it more like the vintage VHS looking slip covers? Because I know that
On the Mill Creek, I don't think I
yeah.
saw any Mill Creek with slipcovers. It wasn't a very
Okay.
big section. Maybe it's only certain titles, but they had like this one room just filled with Blu-rays, and like a lot of them were pricey.
Yeah, they gotta
And
be.
that's a one thing.
Yeah, then another room was all DVDs, and then you could go all the way downstairs, and there was
That's new. That's the new part, right? The new area.
I don't know. That's where it's all vinyl and VHS down there.
Yeah,
And
that's
then,
that's the expansion they just did.
You can go upstairs, and that's all CDs and stuff. And then in the back room, there's it's a couple steps down, and it's got T-shirts, it's got other collectibles, it's got puzzles. Like they had like all these weird puzzles that I never knew existed. Like, hey, you want the Slayer Seasons as an Abyss puzzle?
We
Okay.
got it.
Here we got it, $10 or whatever it was.
Nothing like it.
Yeah, and then nothing like it. But they also have a bunch of like rare, like just posters for movies I've never heard of, but they're really cool looking.
See, that was the thing with Vinegar Syndrome back then. They would put out some movies that I've never even heard of, but I think they got the rights to some movies that more people know, which I think opened people's eyes to them. Like one of my favorites that they put out was Drop Dead Fred. And then I showed that off, and there was like at least 15, 20 people on my on my TikTok being like, "Where'd you get that? I need that.
Where'd you get that?"
They had a couple on the shelf when I was there. I was going to buy it for my wife.
They put like Cloak and Dagger out. They put Sidekicks. They put
there was a couple. They had, I don't know how many movies I saw, maybe like 2 or 3 that had Joe Piscopo on the cover.
They recently put out the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
Oh,
I didn't even know that.
I didn't know that either.
This is the 4K edition.
Oh,
what? So, okay. Where is that? Is it sold out?
Maybe this like you
could
probably get the 4K itself, but the box might be.
Yeah. Let's go for a drive to Bridgeport.
This one's
Let's do it.
Well.
Let's do it.
This is one of the better ones. It's the Kicks one with what's his name in the back?
Clint Howard.
Howard in the back, and then this.
Oh, that's awesome.
So they have some really good looking.
So yeah, my friend Scott, one of the reasons he wanted to go out there is because he didn't realize that there was a boutique Blu-ray like movie collection thing out there.
You didn't know?
No. So he got a 4K projector, he got a 4K Blu-ray player. So he's like, I want to start my collection off right. So he bought some Arrow stuff. I think he bought one Vinegar Syndrome title and like some other stuff. There was the Criterion like set of the Del Toro stuff that I wanted to get, but even used, it was over $100. It was really nice though. But either way, it's about that time, guys. Oh, so Sergio, thank you for reminding me that it's 10.
Sergio.
Whoop whoop. So Angel, where can people go to follow you?
Just hit me up, hit us up, Ryan, Mandy, Kevin, me at That Strange Show. We just recorded our season opener, I guess you could call it. That should be up within the week. And then we're gonna start rolling, scheduling some shit. But yeah,
shit scheduling,
shit schedules. Like shit schedules.
Yep.
But yeah, that's about it. And then here sometimes.
Yeah, and I appreciate it. Thank you for that.
You got it.
Tony, where can people go to follow your ever expanding TikTok stuff? I don't know.
You can find me on TikTok at Tony Has 9 Fingers, almost at 21,000, right?
What?
Like right before. So eventually, once I hit that 21,000 followers, I will do a giveaway. So anybody listening here,
you're gonna give away all of your Vinegar Syndrome movies.
I'm gonna give away that whole thing for free.
Oh, I like it.
But follow me there. Tony Has 9 Fingers on YouTube, where I do movie reviews, unboxings, anything movie related. Tony and 9 Fingers on Twitter. Don't use it. Tony's Movies on Instagram, where I show off the movies behind me. And of course, here most Tuesdays on the Wicked Horror Show.
I like that you do that, where I show off the movies behind me. And
that's the other thing.
Beard. Yeah.
That's the other thing too, is for those of you who only listen, they wouldn't know I do.
You don't get to see. Yeah. But one thing you can do if you listen, it's a new drinking game that we can do. Is every time Tony says, "Well, at that point in time, you take a shot," you'll be hammered by the end of every episode.
But check out Tony's movies on Instagram, and of course, check us out every Tuesday, most Tuesdays, on the Wicked Horror Show. Whether we have an awesome guest.
Like
or we're just talking bullshitting, whatever.
Yeah.
Bullshit. I'm not even wearing pants, bro.
Yeah, I'm wearing pants, but they're not mine. I borrowed them from my neighbor, and it's a girl. So for me, just a knuckle on Instagram. Besides doing this show most Tuesdays, I also am now part of That Strange Show, and I'm also part of Black and White Fright, which is a classic horror movie podcast with my friend Bill and Scott. And that's been going on for a while. It's fun. I like it.
Fun.
Because a lot of the movies are not very good, so we have to make the episode entertaining. So we just make fun of everyone. It's great.
Everything.
Oh yeah, there's a ongoing thing where I talk about how bad Bela Lugosi looks like he smells. Yeah, I'm sure I'll be sued anytime now
By Bela
Um,
Lugosi or?
by his estate.
Oh, okay.
He's like, you owe us lots of drugs, please. So yeah. So again, if you're listening to this Tuesday, the 7th, during the day, tune in at 9:00 Eastern Standard Time on the Facebook or YouTube for Wicked Horror Show, and you can ask Sean Whelan your questions. And yeah,
that's why it's fun to join the lives, because you can interact more than you would if you listen.
Yes.
You can
Immersive.
I mean, you can interact with yourself while listening.
Hey,
That sounds very wrong.
hey.
Hey,
That's where that cum sock came from. All right.
Relax, buddy. Relax.
We're already going to be talking about cum socks. We don't need to. All right. Anyways, thanks for watching, and sorry about the technical issues about halfway through. And we'll see you later. And goodbye.
Bye.